Hello, 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 folks. This is your boy Ed with just a little quick check in. I am taking it down for the night, but today was absolutely amazing. Um, got some goals accomplished. I'm building with new friends. I am pushing forward uh, in the direction of the things I say I'm believing God for. And you know what? I don't feel overwhelmed. I don't feel overwhelmed at all. Um, it's for me, and I'm learning that when a thing is for you and it's for you to do, like God has ordained you to do it, there is a grace that you are given that allows you to do it, and that grace allows you to do it with ease. You don't feel the pressures. You may definitely see challenges, and you may feel the challenge, but it's not a challenge that's going to bring pressure. It's just going to literally be a challenge. It's going to cause you to come outside of your comfort zone. It's going to cause you to come up higher, and it's going to call for you to do something different. So that's the space that I'm in. I am super excited. I am so much closer to my dream than I was before, just even yesterday, honestly. And I'm just super excited about it because I see it happening. Um, it is on my heart to share with you guys. Be open and willing to change because what I have, again, I've stated this before, when you are pursuing after God, and you're learning Him, and you are learning about what He's afforded you, and then you're learning yourself, and you're learning about the gifts that He's given you and the talents. We as humans have the tendency to begin making plans that line up with the bit of knowledge that's been revealed to us. And in moving towards that, sometimes I can speak from experience that you will be rerouted. My whole thing is um, don't lose heart, stay the course, because ultimately God's ways and His plans and His thoughts for us are higher than our ways, our thoughts, and our plans for us. And I will choose the higher way. I definitely realize that I do not hit the mark every day. Um, I battle with my flesh constantly, and I think that's something that we all can relate to. But I am learning that God is able and He is stronger uh, than our desires, and He's stronger than our urges. And even Jesus was tempted with various things, but He stood firm. And woman asks, well, how? Or He was God, and that's the answer, because He was God manifest in the flesh, and He is the example of what we aspire to be. Um, to have chosen to just walk in righteousness and pure righteousness, man, that is a challenge. I'm not even gonna lie. It is an absolute challenge. But here's the thing. The righteousness is not of our own accord. I think so many of us, self included, focus on good behavior. We focus on good behavior as opposed to the foundation that leads to bad behavior. Those things that start chipping away at that foundation of truth that's built and that's established. But good news is that you've got a builder on your side. He loves you. He wants you to win, and he absolutely supports you, and he provides for you everything that you need, and he doesn't hold back any good thing. And you don't have to perform for him. With the world, we often find ourselves performing and competing, comparing, and really stepping outside of what's common and or natural to us to exhibit something that you were never meant to be. And then you sometimes will reach certain plateaus and you'll reach certain levels. You will obtain and acquire certain things, but if it hasn't come from the purpose that's been placed in your life, you're not going to enjoy it. You think you will, but you won't. And I mean, a lot of people feel like, oh, well, money fix it. It really don't. Money really um allows you. It's money to me is like ibuprofen. It's good at numbing the pain, but it doesn't actually deal with the root cause of the issue. So if you are not internally dealing with who you are, if you're not internally coming to grips with your past, if you're not internally having those conversations with yourself or being honest with yourself, you're doing yourself an injustice because you're not actually setting yourself up for success. You're setting yourself up for failure because all you're doing is dressing up a wound that you've never properly cleansed and sutured and set so that it can heal properly. You just covered it up with a whole bunch of stuff, but at some point it's going to seep out because wounds have to heal properly. They have to be disinfected. They have to be cleansed. And that process is not pleasant. It hurts sometimes. It is very uncomfortable. But on the other side of that, you got your healing. And, a lot of times it's better than before. And yeah, you might have a scar, but let that serve as a reminder of what you've lived through, what you've come through. Can't nobody tell you. And it gets better, man. I'm really so loving the person that I am becoming. I'm really loving the man that I am growing into. I'm learning a lot of things about myself I never knew. I never knew a lot of things about myself. Um, for instance, I didn't know that I was so sarcastic, and I never really knew, and not sarcastic in a bad way. Like I'm not disrespectfully sarcastic. It's my observation of life, the way I tend to phrase things, and it's not even necessarily that I try. It just up out the heart and across the lips, and there it is. But that's just me. Another thing I've learned was I'm actually a pretty smart guy. I think I told you guys that. I am way more determined than I've ever known myself to be, even when I was in the midst of, excuse me, when I was in the midst of me pushing forward and not quitting and not giving up and continuing to strive and continuing to hope. I never knew the strength that was in me. I never knew the resilience that was in me. I just knew and processed because I was in survival mode that it had to be done and I had to go hard. Now I am repurposing that same determination and that resilience towards something that is reasonable and it is logical. It's not something that's strange and foreign to me. It might be different, but it's not strange and foreign to me because these things that I am pushing forward towards, Lord willing, these are a reflection of who I am. And, for me, with my gift, in addition to love, all I have to offer is honesty. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. I'm not here to tickle your ears. I really do want you to win, but I want you to know that, your success has a cost. It does have a personal cost. It will cost you something. It might cost you friends. Sometimes it has cost me jobs. Sometimes it has cost me homes. Um, but in retrospect, it's all been for the better. And I just thank God for the opportunity to be here, to be able to step into myself. And I was speaking with, one of my bros earlier, and we were actually talking about toxic masculinity. Now, that's something that I think deserves a lot more conversation than I'm going to give it tonight. But what I am going to say is that as a man child, you are taught to not cry. You are taught to hold your emotions in. You are taught to be tough and never let anybody see you sweat and never show your weakness. Now, I'm not sitting here saying just walk around crying everywhere and just whoa, oh, whoa, it's me. But be in touch with your emotions. If you're a man, it is healthy, very much so healthy, more healthy than not to be in touch with your emotions, to be in touch with your feelings, um, to be sensitive to things. You know what I'm saying? To be kind and to be gentle. I don't think, you know, raising your voice and talking reckless and being super aggressive and just brass to someone is reflective of masculinity. That's not what masculinity is. that is a caveman. You know what I'm saying? We should be evolved people, but I personally, I have my thoughts on that. But anyway, learn to love yourself as you are, man. Learn to love yourself as you are. Protect your children. Protect the child that is in you. If there's a healing that you need to acquire, love on that child that's in you. Let him know that it is okay, that it is safe, that he can come out to play, that he is free to come out and play. He does not have to hide anymore. He does not have to be bound. So let him free, okay? And then for these women, if unfortunately, sometimes things don't necessarily work out with the parents of a child, please don't hold those children from their dad. um every child needs their mom and their dad. And men likewise, don't hold your children from their mom. You might have to monitor and really govern those interactions, and I can respect that, but they need that interaction in their life, you know what I'm saying? And then for these women, because I've seen so much of it, women who have these men children, and they yell at them and they scream at them and they fuss at them and they cuss at them and they disrespect them and they violate them. And then you wonder why we live in a world full of men who have no respect or regard for women. It's because of the overbearing and domineering mother who wasn't gentle enough with them, who just disrespected him and embarrassed him. Don't do that to your sons. Do not do that to your sons. And fathers, if you please be in your girls' lives, let them know daily that you love them and how they are beautiful and how they are precious and to be treasured and to be respected. Treat her like a queen early so that when she gets older, that's all she knows and she won't settle for less because her esteem will be intact. That is something that is necessary. And then for, just those of us that are village minded, if you can, step in to supplement something with these children that don't have an active father or, um, you know, a together mother. You know what I'm saying? Step in and just love on them. Share some words. Spend some time with them. Do something kind for them. Just let them know that if anything was to ever pop off, that they have a support system, because it is a horrible thing to exist in this world and feel like you're alone. That is a horrible feeling. Horrible, 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 horrible feeling to just feel like you're alone and like it's just you and you just find yourself floating, and it just becomes a whole thing. It's terrible. So let's not do this to these children, and let's protect these babies, and then let's heal the children that are inside us. The time is now to start healing. Yesterday is gone. Those people that hurt you, they may still be around. Maybe they're not. But take your power back. Stop allowing yesterday's pain to determine tomorrow's course. Do not let your pain chart your destiny, because you'll never get where you're supposed to get to. And that's counterproductive to the reason why you're here. I don't know the specifics of why everyone is here. I don't. But I do know that some are here for, honor, and some here for dishonor. The ones that are here for dishonor are going to be the ones that within their heart they've chosen to honor and raise themselves and elevate themselves in their heart to the place that only God can occupy. Whereas the ones that are here for honor are going to be the ones who not only, does mercy and grace rain down, but favor. You know what I'm saying? And favor is not fair. And I'm a firm believer that God is not a respecter of persons. So the way he loves on me and the blessings that he's bestowed upon me and the doors he's continuing to open for me and just the opportunities that he's continuing to present before me, he'll do the same for you. I ain't nobody special. I am nobody special. I just so happen to be somebody he chose. I am a whosoever. He chose me. He spared my life. And I strive my best to do right by it. Do I hit the mark every day? Not at all. But I'm trying. I'm trying. I got my struggles and I battle. I think that when you cease battling with a thing, you're either dead or you're given over to it. And to be given over to the things that I battle for me is a super, super scary thing. And it has oft times led me to a place of just sadness because there's this longing um, within my flesh. And it does affect my emotions and it does sometimes affect my view. But then there's a desire within the innermost part of me that really just gives me hope. It causes me to smile and it gives me reason to go on. And that's what I strive to cling to. So I just wanted to encourage you guys before I went to bed. I just want to check in with you guys. I absolutely love you. I appreciate you. And I'm not, I'm over traditional. I'm absolutely over traditional. Traditional has never worked out well for me. Matter of fact, me and traditional don't get along at all. Traditional has rejected me traditionally. But I love you guys, and I just want to just drop those few words on you. I hope that it has encouraged you. I hope you are smiling. I hope you are well. My prayer for you is that in the name of Jesus, that your needs be met. You know, that you be healed, that your joy be increased, and that you be aware of the grace that's around you, that you be aware of the favor over your life, and that you really, really tap into the fact that He loves you. He just does. You don't have to do anything. You can't perform. You cannot outgive Him. You don't have to perform. He just loves you as you are. So I just want to share that with you. Um, have a great night. I hope the rest of your week is amazing. And Lord willing, I'll be touching up with you guys again this weekend. So you guys be safe, be well, be warm. Don't forget to tell your folks you love them. Just send them a text message. Hey, I love you. Or write them a message on the media thing, whatever you use, and just let somebody know you love them, and actually mean it when you say it. And don't expect anything in return. Just do it because it's just a beautiful thing. You never know how those words may reroute someone's life or set their day, or keep them from jumping over the edge. It's a lot of people out here hurting. And they just need someone to be kind. So I just wanted to share that. I did not intend on going over 17 minutes, but here we are. So I appreciate you guys. You guys have a great evening. And Lord willing, again, I'll see you guys this weekend. Be well. Love you. Bye.